Hey, welcome back to Dadtastic. Right now we want to tackle the topic of Halloween.
It's October.
Yeah, it's October, and Halloween is probably one of my favorite holidays. I really like Halloween.
So I feel like you say that about every holiday.
No.
Where does it really rank? Like every holiday's great.
Okay, so back when I was drinking, I liked Cinco de Mayo. I liked St. Patrick's Day.
4th of July.
4th of July. You know, the holidays that went hand in hand with drinking. But I always liked Halloween because I've got 3 young kids, and I like dressing up. We've already been to the Spirit Halloween store to kind of do a little fact-finding, as I call it, because you don't want to commit to a costume too early. But you don't want to wait too long because then they're all gone. So we like to go there at the beginning, walk around and see what kind of is popping and what's going on. But then also you don't want the costume that everybody else has. You don't want to be 9 million Groots. Do you know what Groot is?
Is it like that character off the Stump movie? They look like stumps.
The Avengers?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't want to all be a bunch of Groots. And so we went on a fact finding. But Halloween, I love Christmas. I like Thanksgiving. Those are probably the top 3.
Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But I'm not a big fan of Valentine's Day.
I don't think many men are.
Yeah, I think it's a manufactured holiday. I like to show my girlfriend or my ex-wife or whoever I was with at the time that I love them year-round, not just on that one day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. We are divorced.
Maybe I wasn't so good.
You probably weren't great at that, it sounds like.
No, but I'm learning. You know what I mean? There's a Scott family motto. It's only stupid if you do it twice.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so Halloween, big in Australia?
Doesn't exist. Well, I told you.
Yeah, but I don't often listen to you.
My mum handed out apples.
Yeah, that's bad. That's bad. Don't hand out apples, don't hand out pennies, and don't hand out toothbrushes.
Now, I will say this, okay? So I was fortunate. I lived in Tokyo, Japan, for 6 years growing up, between my ages of 6 and 12. So kind of right in the heart of my childhood. And we lived in an apartment complex. Mm-hmm. And in that apartment complex, there were a ton of Americans. So growing up, I mean, it was a ton of fun. We would trick-or-treat throughout the apartments. And there were, 10 stories and 10 apartments on each floor. And
sounds like 100.
Yeah, it was beautiful. So as a kid, between those ages of 6 and 12, Halloween was a big deal. So although I didn't really grow up with it, when I lived in Japan, I certainly got involved.
You got a taste of it.
And so I understand why kids really love it. I loved it.
Now, right now, it's a perfect storm because Halloween's on a Friday, which is amazing because normally if Halloween was on a Tuesday, kids would stay until 10, eating all kinds of candy, and have to go to school the next day. Miserable for the teachers, miserable for the kids, miserable for the parents. Everybody was miserable. But now it's on a Friday. But then you throw in the pandemic. Now what? Are you going to be able to go house to house? Are you going to be able to do the trunk or treating? The CDC says those are high-risk activities. You should not be doing those.
Well, yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Contact.
Yeah, so, but I don't know how I feel about this,
man.
Well,
yeah, you're old. You're going to not follow the CDC guidelines.
No, not necessarily. No, so here's the deal. So there's a bunch of people, there's a bunch of different ways to spin this. So people are doing these things called Halloween trees, where you get individual goodie bags, and you hang them on a tree, and people walk by and they just pull them. So they're not walking up to your house, ringing the doorbell.
Let's be real for a second. Like you're an 8-year-old Casey Scott. I'm an 8-year-old Tom Hackett.
I'm taking every one.
I'm not just taking one.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, man.
Yeah. But so the neighborhood I live in is pretty cool. Like one lady, she does cinnamon rolls, hot cinnamon rolls. One other lady did a soup bar. So you'd go in there and she'd have 15 different soups. And it was, then that was for the parents.
Oh, for the parents. I was going to say kids probably aren't all into the kids, cheddar broccoli.
But it's pretty good. And that was one of them. It was really good.
Cheddar broccoli.
So I'm trying to figure out exactly what I'm going to do.
So like you can't leave. So I'm in the same dilemma because about a month ago I was at the Costco with Kate and we saw that Halloween candy was out.
Oh yeah.
And like we believe that there are certain candies that are better than others.
Yeah.
So like we go with the those large packets and they all come with their own little individual wrappings and like the Skittles, the gummy bears, the chocolate's not really that popular in our household. Although we love chocolate and we often nibble on chocolate after dinner.
But you like the expensive dark chocolates
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, like Halloween candy to me should be sugary, chewy, not chocolate.
I mean, there should be a little bit of risk involved. Like, you want something that's so chewy that you could lose a filling.
Like the Sour Patch Kids, man.
Or a now and later. I'm going to have a little now, and then there's going to be some stuck in my teeth for later. That's the kind of candy that I want.
I'm with you.
You know, and so, do you know about a dad tax?
A dad? Yeah, well, okay, so your kids go out and get a bag, and then
and
you
they come back, and you got it. Well, technically, you're making sure that there's no razor blades in the candy.
Yeah, it's not
and
poisonous.
They're not poisonous.
Yeah.
And for that, you can charge a dad tax.
Yes.
And that means you get to pick 2 or 3 pieces that you just pull aside and go, these are for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I do that. I mean, okay.
What are you about to admit?
Well, I'm just saying there's so many different directions we can go right now.
Oh, you're trying to think.
So I'm trying to figure out. So right now, I think I'm gonna be standing by the door. and if people want to come, I'm gonna give them some candy.
So you know what you need? You need to be smarter than this.
Well, I've never been accused of that.
You need to have one of those.
I got a fog machine.
Well, you can use that, but like the hands, like but you control it with this end. It's longer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you need to be using that. Like, come on, keep your 6 feet of social distance, will you? Don't be like grabbing it, handing it to people.
Yeah, and maybe
Like, you got to be smarter. You got to come up, like, figure out a way to stand by the door. You can have
because half the fun is for me to see the kids in their costumes, man.
Yeah, that's fine.
I want to see them.
That's fine, but like, have the bowl here, grab it with your mechanical hand, hand it to them.
You know what? I don't often agree with you, but that is genius.
Because then you can keep your distance.
Yeah.
And I think you can get away with it then. But I'd still probably wear a mask.
A mask. Yeah. No, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. A mask. And then a grabber hand.
Yeah.
And then I think I'd be cool. Are you going to be handing out candy?
I honestly haven't thought about it, but I really want to. Because it's we bought the home in August of last year, but we did a few fixer-ups and renovated it a little bit, not a ton, but we weren't in last October.
Nah.
So we didn't move in until earlier this year in February.
And you seem to have a pretty good neighborhood that's probably...
It's got quite a few kids in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we walk the dog most nights, and we see a ton of kids running around. And so I really do want to do it because we weren't able to do it last year. And so this will kind of be the first year. And we got, obviously, Bubbles and he's not going to really have much of an idea, but he's 7 months now, and I must admit he's starting to figure it out.
So are you going to dress Bubbles up?
Yeah.
What are you dressing Bubbles up as?
You want me to tell you now?
Yeah.
So,
And who came up with this idea? I want to know everything about it.
Kate did.
Yeah, yeah.
Anytime there's something creative, I don't have much to do with it. She's the creative one. But so, Kate, I'm going to be Steve Irwin.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, the crocodile hunter.
Yeah. My wife's going to be Bindi, his wife.
That's his daughter, isn't it?
Or, well, whatever his wife's name
is. Bindi's the daughter.
Oh, okay. Bindi's the daughter. And Bubbles is going to be a crocodile.
Ah.
You like that? I'm going to tackle him.
Yeah.
I'm going to tackle the croc.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm going to roll him.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm going to tackle him.
Yeah. That's good. I mean,
it's kind of cliche, isn't it? Like, I married an Australian, he's Steve Irwin. Like, what am I going to start saying? G'day, mate, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a crocodile hunter. And today, we're going to go tackle some crocs.
That's pretty good, though.
Oh, thanks. I'm from the country, so you'd hope I'd be okay at it.
Did you ever know Crocodile Dundee?
The movie? Yeah, no, I never watched it growing up.
Really?
Yeah.
There's like 3 of them, and they're all awesome. Now, that's a knife.
Yeah, I don't know if they were all that popular in Australia.
Oh, they weren't?
Well...
Was he a sellout? Was he considered a sellout?
I don't think so. But, when did they come out?
I don't know. Probably the 80s.
Exactly.
When I was a teenager.
Well, that's part of the problem here is I was born in 1992.
Yeah, and I graduated in 92. But it was good.
So, you got to remember that...
But you figure, it celebrated your country. And he was a national hero. He does Subaru commercials now.
In America, he was a big deal. So the movies came out.
I'm going to say 86.
You were right. 1986. September 26th.
Huh. I was there in the movie theaters watching it.
And, I mean, Paul Hogan is a pretty big deal, don't get me wrong. But I don't know how big a deal the movie was. And it's hard for me to say because I was born in 92. By the time I was old enough to kind of remember, I was into Finding Nemo and Monsters, Inc.
Yeah. Same as my daughter.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, let's talk about candy again.
Sorry.
So you like the kind of chewy candy?
Gummy bears, man.
Have you ever put gummy bears in the freezer?
Yes.
Game changer.
So good.
Game
gummy
changer.
bears, gummy worms, anything gummy.
Okay, so here's what the CDC is saying is a high-risk activity for Halloween. Participating in traditional trick-or-treating, having a trunk-or-treat. Do you know what a trunk-or-treat is?
In the back of a truck?
Well, so basically what it is, instead of having kids go around to all these big neighborhoods, you find a parking lot, everybody pulls up and gets their car, and then they open up the trunk, and so the kids go around to each of the cars.
That doesn't sound cool, man.
It's actually pretty cool if you want to get it done in a quick time. And if you kind of live in a rural area.
That's the way to do it, because the houses are so far apart.
So far away. So the trunk-or-treating is pretty popular, especially in bigger cities. Attending a crowded costume parties, they're saying that's not a good idea. Which I get, but I also don't get if everybody's wearing a mask.
Well, what if they're outside?
Yeah, but it might be too cold.
Halloween can get cold.
There's been winters, Halloweens where there was snow on the ground that I remember my mom driving us around, and we had to wear parkas over our Halloween costumes. And people would be like, "What are you?" And like,
a parka.
Yeah, I'm Darth Vader, but I got a parka on because it's blistering cold out there. Going to an indoor haunted houses, they're saying that's very high. And right now, Utah loves their haunted houses. And I've been hearing commercials everywhere about haunted houses. And the one benefit of this is the 6 feet away because they're gonna space everything. So you're going to be able to get more time in the haunted houses. So I think that's going to be a good deal if you decide to go. Hay rides or tractor rides, not a good idea. Using alcohol and drugs, which can cloud judgment, increase risky behavior, that's not a good idea. And I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see. Here's what they're saying real quick, and then we'll get on to the candy. Low-risk activities.
Okay, this is what we want to hear.
This is what you should be doing. Carving or decorating pumpkins, we do that. We do a carving contest every year.
Oh, cool.
It's pretty cool. And then you put the pumpkins on top. Everybody throws in $5. And when the kids come up to get the candy, they got to pick which pumpkin's the best. And that person gets all the money and their name on the trophy for the year.
Wow.
It's pretty good.
Put a candle in the pumpkin.
Oh, yeah. Whatever you want. I mean, they're great. Decorating your house. Doing a Halloween scavenger hunt where children are given a list of Halloween-themed things to look for while they walk outdoors from houses to admire the Halloween decorations. They say that's pretty cool.
There's no candy involved.
Ooh, this one's probably going to be big. A virtual Halloween costume contest. So you're going to get everybody on Zoom. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you know what my wife... Well, keep going, and then
Okay,
I'll
I'm
tell
almost
you.
done. Have a Halloween movie night. What's your favorite Halloween movie?
Wouldn't know. Harry Potter.
That's not a Halloween movie.
That's spooky, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's not really a Halloween movie. It's just kind of more of a...
Well, wasn't there a movie called Halloween?
Yeah, that's freaky.
Yeah, let's go with that one.
Mike Myers.
It's the only one I know.
You've never seen it?
I'm sure I think I've seen parts of it. I don't know. Let's change subjects.
Having a scavenger hunt style or trick-or-treat search with your household members in or around your house. So you're just kind of staying in your own bubble.
Yeah, it's not going to happen, is it, in America? This is America.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to think it would.
No, it's not going to happen.
I think the streets are going to be littered with kids.
Yeah, I do too. And that's, well, good for the kids, bad for everybody else, really.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But my wife had this idea, and I think this is a pretty cool idea. She's going to... So we bought pumpkins, and we put our pumpkins on our steps in front of our house. So that's kind of cool. We're getting into the theme a little bit. And but she's thinking about building like a screen, a white screen, you know, and putting it out in the front of the house. And then maybe just putting a few camp chairs out there or something, or just a big picnic rug, and projecting a movie onto the screen.
That's a good
for
idea.
Halloween.
Yeah.
And then as the kids come by, they can stop.
You can throw candy at them.
Or from behind the screen. Yeah, I like that. Hopefully I don't poke an eye out. But
Yeah, don't get suckers.
no. Oh, wow. That could scare.
Yeah, right?
But yeah, playing a movie.
What movie?
I don't know. It's my wife's idea.
Probably Hocus Pocus or something kid-friendly.
Isn't that new? Isn't the Hocus Pocus just...
No, that's an old movie.
Well,
There's a new show called Witches Out. But
no, everybody's watching Hocus Pocus right now. Did it just come out on Netflix or something?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's been around for a while. Sarah Jessica Parker and then 2 other girls.
Love Sarah and Jessica
You do?
Parker. Well, I used to. The twins?
No, that's
Who are the twins?
Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen.
Oh, Mary Kate and Ashley, man. Sarah
I'll tell you
Jessica
what.
Parker.
See, you can
Is
get
she
away
on
with
Sex in the City?
Yeah, you can get away with that. If I said I love Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen, that just makes me creepy. But
Well, yeah, but they were like kind of big when I was younger. And I think they're still a few years older than me.
Yeah. Dang, are they really older than you?
How old are they?
I don't know.
Is Sarah Jessica... I'm looking up Sarah
They were the twins in Full House.
Oh, I love Sarah. So, confession.
Yeah.
I binged watched Sex in the City when I was like 15. I don't know why. I just got really into Sex
I
in
know
the City.
why, because sex was in the title.
Maybe, but like...
What do you mean maybe? Of course, that's the only reason.
Well, I don't know if that's the only... Because there's a lot of episodes in that.
Yeah.
Like, and there's quite a few seasons from memory as well.
Yeah.
And so, like... Wouldn't you think like once you're like 3 episodes in,
Yeah?
if you didn't like it, you probably wouldn't keep watching it.
Yeah.
I watched the whole thing.
You were in.
And there isn't that much sex in there.
No.
In fact, I don't
It's
know
more
if
city than sex.
Certainly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but maybe you're right. Maybe I was 15 and just being like, well,
Like-
there's sex in the title. One of these episodes,
One of them's
it's gonna get good.
One of them's gonna hit. I'm 9 seasons in.
Oh, but she was the main character.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Carrie Bradshaw.
I like her.
I watched him too, but I was an adult, and
Oh, yeah. My parents were living in Tokyo at the time, and I think I was I was visiting them because I was living in Melbourne. I went to boarding school, for those that don't know. But anyway, that's another subject. And yeah, I was visiting mum and dad.
well, who do you think has the best candy? Do you think it's Halloween or Easter?
Halloween.
Hello.
Hi, Leslie. You're on the podcast. Please don't swear. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Well, so hey, we had a little drama around the house this weekend because Leslie finally switched from an Android phone to an iPhone.
Wow.
And we kind of had a big commitment because she's now on my plan.
Wow.
But she's on my iTunes plan. So right now we moved it over there. So we're now getting information from all of my kids, who's following them, and their texts and all that stuff. So we got to go to get this figured out today. But that's not what I'm calling you about. Who has the best candy, Halloween or Easter?
Okay, see. What did went through this last year.
Yeah, but not on the podcast. So play along.
I'm going with Easter.
See?
And I know you think it's Halloween, but and you go back to your Facebook post, and it was Easter that won.
Yeah, but that's a bunch of idiots following me.
Easter won on the vote?
Yeah, because Halloween clearly has the best candy. I mean, it's designed for Halloween. And I know Easter is too, but the whole holiday is around candy.
But the best candy is Easter because every candy can turn into an Easter candy.
That doesn't make it right.
With Halloween.
Doesn't make it right. Doesn't make it right.
Because then you have more options, and so there's so much more and so much better candy for Easter.
Okay, well, we're going to get back to the candy. I looked at a picture of me on Facebook the other day, and this is going to shock you, but I think I'm balding.
Oh, yeah, that's the weirdest thing because you shake your head and it all falls out.
I know, yesterday we went to breakfast, and it looks like I was littering. I got to go. Talk to you later. So I really do think Easter's got...
So here's what I think. I've been thinking.
Yeah.
I think Halloween should win because it's got more of a variety.
Yeah. You're going to have the naysayers. They're going to go, no, Easter has the exact same thing. They go from the pumpkin Reese's peanut butter cup to the Easter egg.
Well, but like chocolate, yes. Mm-hmm. Easter's more about chocolate, isn't
They've got Starburst jelly beans for Easter.
I guess jelly beans as well. Jelly beans because they're egg-shaped, right? I don't know.
So basically, it's just about the same candy. They just switched from a pumpkin Halloween shape to a Easter egg shape.
Yeah, but you don't get that. You don't get the gummy bears in Easter.
Yeah, you do.
You do?
Yeah. It's almost the exact same candy, but I just want to put my flag in Halloween having the better candy.
Yeah, I agree with you.
But you know what? Maybe we could ask people on Facebook. We could ask them on Instagram who has the better candy.
Yeah, we'll put a poll out.
Halloween or Easter. And we're both going with
Halloween.
Amen. Stick around. More Dadtastic will be right back. Hey, welcome back to Dadtastic. Tom, I buried the lead. Do you know what that means? You're in the news business, so you should know what that means.
Buried the lead.
Like the lead story is what you want to get to because everyone's like, oh, yeah, I want to hear about that. So when you bury the lead is you go through some of the mundane stuff like me getting bifocals, talking about Halloween candy, and forgetting that I met my girlfriend's dad for the first time after 2 years.
Oh, okay. So this was something we probably should have spoken about earlier in the podcast, but haven't. Because
we could have talked about it before and after because this is kind of a big deal.
So
I've been with Leslie 2 years.
And you met her parents for the first time?
Well, I've known her mom for a long time.
Oh, okay.
But her dad doesn't live in Utah. And he was in about a year ago, and I was working, so I didn't get a chance to meet him. So he came in and spent the weekend.
Just this past weekend?
This past weekend. And this is the first time that I got to meet him. His name's Junior.
Love the name. Where does he live?
Like in Flagstaff or somewhere in Arizona.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And so, it was, I got a little nervous.
So wait, okay, hold on a second. Let's backtrack. So how'd it go down? What happened?
So Leslie'd been warning me, and Leslie's a planner. That's my girlfriend. She plans everything. She plans.
Yeah.
And so I know she told me about 4 or 5 months ago, hey, my dad's coming up with his aunt, and a bunch of people are going to come. They're renting some rooms up at Wolf Creek. We're going to go up there and spend the weekend. Are you cool with that?
Wolf Creek up by Heber?
Yeah, no, up by Pineview Dam up in Eden, up in Ogden.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, this is 6 months away. I go, I can sign up for that. No problem. But then it comes closer to it, and I've got some events and stuff like that. So I was only allowed to see him twice. So we go up there on a Thursday night. He's making his, his dinner. And we go up there, and I'm a little bit nervous. I'm going to walk in. I'm going to meet my girlfriend's dad, Like, I hope he likes me. I'm usually good at these situations. I can come in and be charming, and everything's going to be cool. But this is my girlfriend's dad. His approval, means a lot to me.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? So I get a little nervous. We're driving up there, and, we walk in. And he sees me, and I see him. And gives me a hug.
Nice.
Yeah, you know what I mean? That set
pandemic.
me. Yeah.
What pandemic?
Yeah. He set me at ease right there. And it was like cool.
Good.
And so we talked, and we had a good time. And he made some wonderful pasta and spaghetti, and it was good. Good bread, good company. Everybody sharing stories, swapping around. And that was cool.
What pasta? Spaghetti?
I don't really know, but it's the noodles, but not. No. I know they're all noodles, but they're like little small ones, and is it rigatoni?
Does it have a hole in it?
Yeah.
Penne?
Sure.
Is it literally a noodle with a hole in it?
No,
Circular?
but it's a bigger one. It's a bigger one. Hold on. I don't know exactly what it was, but it was good.
Let me show you a photo of penne.
I'll just call the boss. She'll tell me exactly what it was. But
what was the sauce?
It was a
red?
Yeah, red sauce, and had spicy sausage in it. It was good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she might not answer because she knows we're
like that.
Yeah, it's exactly that.
Yeah, penne.
Oh, it's a penne pasta. Okay, then we don't need to talk to Leslie. So they had the red sauce, some good peppers, some onions, spicy sausage, a nice French bread, put some garlic butter on it. I mean, it was delicious, And we sat around and ate and swapped stories. So then we go home that night, and I was like, "Yeah, your dad's cool. How do you think it went?" He's like, "I think you did good, And I still haven't been able to talk to her because he just left yesterday. So, there's going to be a conversation where they talk to each other. It's like, well, what'd you think about my boyfriend? And so...
You met him again, though.
I saw him on Saturday. I was only able to stop by because I had a DJ an event, so I was there for an hour. And once again, Leslie had smoked a pork butt, and everything was good. And I came in, I had a cowboy hat on because I was DJing a country event. I was looking the part. You dress for the job you want, not the job you have. Right. So I went there and did that. And so we're talking, and just as we're leaving, he pulls me in for another hug. And he holds me tight, and he goes, "Treat her well, or I'll kick your ass." which I thought was cool.
That was funny.
Yeah, and I said I will, and I'm doing it. And I said you could probably kick my ass because I've got a fake hip. And he goes, I got a fake hip too.
It reminds me a lot.
So we both had fake hips, and I was like, huh, that's pretty funny.
That is very funny.
Once again, to put a point on, yeah, I'm getting old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I met Kate's mum and dad for the first time, my father-in-law said something similar.
Uh-huh.
He said, like, literally, and I'm not exaggerating. He said, hi, nice to meet you. I'm William, that's his name. And I said, hi, I'm Tom. And then right after that, he goes, I could shoot you from 800 yards.
Did he say
Man, hold on. I'm Australian, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't do guns.
Yeah.
I've never heard that before.
Oh, really?
No, nobody says in Australia, hey, nice to meet you. I could pluck you from a mile. You kidding? And so I remember standing there in their living room, just being stunned, like I'd been shot with a stinger.
Did he say it with a smile, or was it a pretty straight face?
Pretty straight face.
Did he laugh afterwards?
After about 5 seconds, dead silence.
And that was...
Because I didn't say anything. I go, oh. And then, just freeze. And then he starts laughing. He goes, I'm only joking.
But I could.
Yeah, but really. Don't mess with me. I said, oh, okay. All right, no big deal. Yeah, sorry.
I'm 46, and it was still kind of a big deal, meeting someone's parents.
Do you think it ever doesn't become a big deal?
No, because I think you want that acceptance. Like her mom, I'm a great friends with, and I love her. You know?
I think you get to a certain age, you just stop caring about everything.
Really?
Yeah, most grandparents, they really don't care. Do they? You really think grandparents care? I don't know many old people, and by old I mean retired 10 years ago. Talking 75.
Yeah.
I think 75. You go, why do I care about really
anything?
Well, of course you care about certain things, but like perception. No.
Well,
you don't care about perception at 75.
I think if Junior didn't like me, I don't think it would ruin our relationship, but it would make it more taxing.
Make it more challenging, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So, I want him to like me.
Of course.
But I would not to the point where I would change who I am. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, you can't fake it.
No, nuh-uh. And these guys, once again, they know everything about me. They know the mugshot. They know the rehab. They know, everything. So there's a little more resting on my shoulders when I go in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And so it's a little scary.
Oh, yeah, no, I can imagine.
But they were inviting, they were loving, they were welcoming, and it wasn't just them. I met uncles and I met aunts, and it was kind of like this mini family reunion, And so when the new guy gets in there with this kind of baggage, you sit down.
You have a chat.
Yeah, but it was cool.
Yeah.
And I love them. They're all great people. And
you know what's interesting? Maybe not so much. Maybe not a ton around here. Well, you never know. But a lot of people, and again, I couldn't do this because my in-laws are churchgoers. Mm-hmm. But a lot of people, say from Australia, what happens is, or other parts of the world where people drink, but you can kind of relax a little bit more over a glass. You share a glass of wine with the in-laws for the first time. And, and you at least can. Maybe rely is a bad word, but you can rely on the drink to settle the nerves a bit.
Yeah, no, I don't have that. I don't have that luxury anymore.
No, and I didn't either because they don't drink, and so there was no offering of beverages.
Oh no, they were having a glass of wine and stuff like that.
But you can't.
No,
because
I'm who I am.
Yeah, you made a few mistakes, and now you're paying the price.
But it was good because I went in there, had a clear head, ready to go, top of my game, made some jokes. You know what I mean?
I'm telling you, if you can get out of that sober, or do it sober, I should say, then you can
do anything.
Survive. Yes.
Yeah.
Because back home, people are like, meeting the in-laws, they're smacking 12 beers before they go in, looking this way and that, and it ends up bad.
Yeah, which sounds asinine because that's not the way you want to go in there.
No, you don't want to do that.
You want your faculties. You want to be able to...
you want to be sharp.
That's what I'm talking about, Tom.
I love being sharp, Kate.
Right?
Wow.
So it was a pretty big deal.
But congratulations.
Yeah, thank you very much. And then we took it's the ring.
Again.
Yeah, and so then we took some people out golfing and had a good time, played 9 holes, and it was a great time, you know. And that's what I really enjoy about it. So I guess the takeaway is if you're going to meet the in-laws, do it sober.
That's one of the takeaways. The other is become creative as to how you hand out Halloween candy.
Oh, yeah.
And I think as the month continues, right, I think we come back to this and maybe not spend as much time on the topic, but certainly bring up suggestions from people. Like, how are you going to hand out Halloween candy, if you are at all?
Yeah.
People are going to have to come up. Maybe you create like a little...
Halloween flag?
Well, no, but like, you know, some sort of system.
Pulley system?
Yeah, pulley system where... Oh, you want candy? Okay, here you go. And you kind of like lower the thing, then you can pull it up, put it in.
Oh.
I mean, I don't know. People are going to get creative this year.
Yeah, I think you have
no
to.
choice.
I
Yeah.
think 2020 has forced us all to be a little creative and think outside the box.
Yeah, do you create like a big glass or plastic window?
Right now,
On your porch?
I'm going to work on just throwing the candy at the kids.
Yeah, I think you've got to become... I think Leslie's not going to allow that.
Yeah, she is the brains.
Yeah, it's not...
All right, so I think this is another great episode of Dadtastic. I don't know if much was learned, but we had a good time, and hopefully some people laughed, right?
That's all that matters.
So here's what I've got for us next week.
Okay.
Don't cut your hair.
I'm about to, so you better bring it.
I'm bringing a Flowbee.
Okay.
I got my hands on a Flowbee. We're going to give each other haircuts.
Okay.
And have you done your 80s photo already?
No, we don't have the backdrop. Don't worry about it. We're not doing it this year.
Okay. So we're going to Flowbee next week.
Yes. And if you don't bring it, I'm cutting it.
Okay.
Simple.
Okay. Give me 5 days.
I'll give you 5 days.
You give us an hour, we'll give you a smile. You're listening to Dadtastic. Don't forget, it's a KSL podcast. Love ya.
We made it.